Okay, so it's day 13, 30-day declutter, still going, just about. I had all these great intentions to spend the whole day decluttering, and again, I've left it till the last minute. May have gone out with some friends and had a drink, and so now it's like nearly the middle of the night. But I've got these bath salts that I made earlier for a friend. So I'm gonna just smell them to mainly keep me awake. But they are rather lush. It's sandalwood, fir and wild orange. And yeah, I might forget to declutter and just sit here sniffing them. God, that feels really good actually. I might have to have a bath tomorrow. Right. So the idea is that, oh God, it's actually quite a tidy cupboard. It's probably the only cupboard I don't need to do in the whole house. Like there's plenty more things that are much more needing doing, but basically the loo's blocked. And so I thought it'd be good to get rid of all of these chemicals, because even though most of our cleaning products are eco-friendly or homemade, you know, those ones that you still keep that are like, you know, you think, oh, I've got to have the carpet cleaner just in case the other ones don't work. So I've still got some of those, and I thought I just want to get rid of all chemicals in the house, and basically the loo's blocked, so they've got to go somewhere. So I thought I could get them all out, pour them all down the loo, put some boiling water down the loo, and then maybe that would unblock the loo, which you might think is not good, because then I'm like putting chemicals in the water system. But the alternative is putting them in the bin, and then that goes to landfill. So you can't win, whatever you do, basically. So immediately, bleach spray. I mean, God. But these containers are great, like in terms of then like rinsing them and making natural products. So also this should be quite easy. I do find like having a kind of clear criteria makes it a lot easier in terms of like basically chemicals goes, naturals stays. So salt, oh, white spirit, you see, I'm already confused. I think white spirit is useful. It is a chemical, but it's useful for like occasional things. Rug Doctor spot and stain remover. You see, it's hard, isn't it? Because that's probably quite expensive, but full of crappy chemicals. So no, out with chemicals, basically. Natural alcohol, another confusing one. But I guess it's just pure alcohol, so maybe that's useful. And I don't think it's, you know, toxic in the way that just chemicals are. That cost a fortune, so I'm gonna have to break all the rules for that. So that's to get like cat pee out of the carpet. So that's bicarb cream. Although, oh dear, this is like really embarrassing, all these things. Kills fleas. Yeah, I mean, we don't want that. I mean, we don't have fleas, so no, that can go. Okay. So this could be quite boring. I might have to not talk in this video. Maybe like, I'll just cut it and then fast forward it, because otherwise it'll be really boring. Kitchen gloves, but I can't be bothered to go and turn off the video, so I'll just keep going. Steps natural. That's a dye, so that's totally different. These are things to get stains out of. God, it's amazing, isn't it, how much stuff we have in our houses. I mean, how many flannels do we need? But yeah, there's something to be said for doing things quickly, actually, because then, I mean, vanish, you know, maybe it gets stains out, but then it's, oh, you're still using chemicals, aren't you, really? And like, then it goes on your clothes. I think we have to be a bit ruthless about these things. Out with chemicals, basically. Apart from the one that cost me like 50 quid for cat pee, because that's just reckless, isn't it, if you spend that much on it. Although bicarb and essential oils are brilliant, probably just as good. Yeah, I have had a bit of a nightmare with the cat actually peeing on Ava's bed, like really embarrassing, but I've now developed an entire cat deterrent spray to stop her. It's patchouli, benzoin, wild orange and lavender. I sprayed it all over the bed to try and put her off. So we'll see if that works. Yeah, nightmare. Anyway, Eco Cream Cleaner. Yeah, that's fine. Stain Devil Survival Kit. You see, this was another very expensive one, and it's targeting different types of stains on fabrics. So what we're going to go with, I mean, I'm breaking all the rules already, aren't I? But I think it maybe like fabric stuff is slightly different, maybe, to like, you know, I'm just, I don't know. I mean, what are these things? I mean, do I ever use that? I guess I might. So here's a good example. Shampoo carpet cleaner, full of chemicals. Out with that. Grout residue remover. You see, you're putting your bare feet in the shower, covering them in chemicals. That's not good. And I did read you can do like a natural, I have to do like a cleaning workshop or something. But you can do like bicarb mixed with Castile soap and essential oils. And apparently that's really good for getting rid of grout in the shower. Because this is, I mean, if I could actually read, I could probably see. I mean, it's not that I can't read, it's just my eyesight has gone, but I can see enough to know that there's a really long word in there beginning with B. Yeah, that's can't be good. Natural finish impregnating sealer for stone. I mean, it says natural finish, but I mean, there's so many things on there. It's surely just a like beeswax and Danish oil would do. I mean, I think the fact there's so many things, I think it can't be good. You know, the idea is to have less stuff as well, isn't it, really? I mean, the other day, actually, I had like a grapeseed oil, which had gone rancid. So it was no good for using as a carrier oil in blends, but it was perfectly good for using to like clean the wooden table in the sitting room and some of the work surfaces. And I thought, oh, that's quite nice. I can oil the windowsill. So instead of having some chemical wood thing, you know, you can use like carrier oils that are completely natural that have gone off in the book on the bookshelf, as if I clean all the time. Carpet solution, another pet odor thing, but it's again la-di-da, just entertain yourself. I mean, I know I'm taking a long time and chatting, and it's probably going to be a nightmare uploading because it's so long, but maybe, you know, if you're bored, you can just start decluttering yourself. Not yourself, but you know, your house, yourself too if you like. But yeah, rather than thinking, oh my god, she's like taking ages to say anything, you could, you know, actually, you know, I really loved it. Like, you know, Cara said that she'd been like just decluttering herself and then just listening to me waffle on, and same with Becca, that she was doing some housework and, you know, listening. You know, I quite like the idea that we keep each other company, but what I would really love is if somebody else could post a video of them doing some decluttering. So then when I'm doing my decluttering, I could listen to you waffling on. I did do a couple of long reels, like the stories are short because they have to be short, but the reels are longer. And I did a few where I talked about why I'm doing this. So if you find yourself thinking, why is she doing this? I've answered that in like 3 reels on my Instagram. But yeah, so and what I also said on there is that I was hoping for a little bit more engagement. You know, it's really lovely that people are like getting in touch, saying they're doing it, and that kind of keeps me going. Mainly I'm doing it because I said I would, so I feel like I have to now, and so it kind of is holding me accountable, and I feel like I have to do a pile a day no matter what, which is great because I'm getting it done, and guaranteed I would not have done any of these days if I wasn't doing it publicly and making a fool of myself. So if you want to get it done, just announce it publicly and then, you know, do it every day on a video. You know, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable and feeling like you're kind of being a bit of an exhibitionist, and kind of develop a sort of sense of, well, never mind if they think I'm an idiot. But it's a very good way to get things done, and it is quite nice. Like, I really feel the Winter family. I suddenly feel like, yeah, I mean, I know Triona's like, you know, very busy and having a baby, which is kind of exciting and amazing, and but like, I've seen she's watching, which is really sweet to know that like she's watched the occasional video even while she's having a baby. But like, Becca's decluttering, and like Anna's watched a video, and Johanna's got in touch, and I suddenly feel, yeah, I'm feeling the Winter clan, which is just really lovely. And Tash, obviously, who, you know, totally supports me in my endeavour to produce comedy videos. And where was I? Directions for use, blah, blah, blah. I mean, maybe the rule should be, if you can't read it, ditch it. That's quite a good one. You know, because Dido, she was asking about, you know, like what could be like a sort of rule of thumb for letting go of stuff. And it is quite useful to have, like with the bras, like underwired or no underwired, or like this chemical or no chemical. It does help. And when it comes to sort of more emotional things, we'll get there. I'm still kind of avoiding the bedroom, which is like the dun-dun-dun. That doesn't sound right, did it? Anyway, it's the kind of like, oh my God, just vortex of stuff. The bedroom. At some point I'll get to the bedroom. I'm kind of avoiding it, but there is just, yeah, stuff that's just harder to deal with. It's just all these little bits and emotional attachments and things. So anyway, it's just chemicals, isn't it? It's just gotta go, basically. It's just so easy to get attached to all these things. They just sit here taking up space. And what I want is, I've got a whole table covered in stuff, and what I want is to put stuff in the cupboards, so I've got space. Wood adhesive. I don't know how to make a natural glue. That's a bit advanced. Might have to keep that. Danish oil, that's good. Cork. No, adhesive. I think glue is advanced in essential oils, so we'll just do WD-40. WD-40. That also might be a bit advanced. So yes, I think cleaning products with essential oils are easy. Glue, not so easy, but maybe, I don't know, maybe if you know how to make natural glue, you can tell me. Lime scale and detergent remover. I mean, probably bicarb would do the same, wouldn't it? But I don't know, maybe that is just bicarb. What is that? Yeah, I mean, you know, trying to kind of make these videos quick is just impossible, really. Sulfamic acid. That doesn't sound good. No, I mean, who wants that in the washing machine? Yeah, washing machines and dishwashers. It's like on your clothes and in your food. That's not good. I mean, recently I ran out of like washing machine tablets, and so I've been putting bicarb in there and essential oils, which is great. I just like put a couple of drops of essential oils and mix it up with bicarb. Although Nina was a bit cross. I made all her clothes smell. She was not impressed. She had to rewash them again. She's not a big fan of this malarkey. Apart from vanilla, she likes vanilla. It's the only one. Bio multi-surface. Bio is good. Bio is good. Downproof. I mean, God, like, why do we need all these things? Adds water repellency, revives insulation and breathability. Oh, for like a down sleeping, that's kind of high tech. I don't know, I haven't got the energy to like work that one out, so we'll just leave that there. That's a dye. I mean, obviously natural dyes are a whole other thing, but having spent quite a lot of money on those dyes, I'm just gonna keep them for now. Although I did make some dyes out of what were they out of? I did some mushroom dyes and some like moss dyes. They mainly come out a kind of like dark yellow, most of them, but they're quite nice. Yeah, I went through a phase of like just getting random things and sticking them in boiling water and then salt. There's lots of complicated ways of dyeing, but the simple way is just you just boil it up and chuck stuff in and add some salt. It's not that complicated. People like to make things complicated, but I don't know, there were various technical terms that I couldn't quite didn't really have the time or incentive to work out. I mean, you know, plant dyes are amazing, aren't they? Indigo is supposed to be amazing. I mean, we're doing this thing at the moment, like this 30-day challenge with blue tansy, and it's, I don't know, in one video it said it was a relative to daisies, but I've actually found out that it's Moroccan chamomile. So I'm still needing to research a little bit about whether daisies are relative of chamomile or whether it's the same thing, or, you know, what's right. Anyway, the point is that this Moroccan chamomile that might be a daisy or a relative of daisy is bright blue. Like, you put a bit on your toe and it's like bright blue. So that would be an amazing dye, but it's very rare. Anyway, so what's this? Sponges. Quality Street, if only it was actually Quality Street. Shoe cleaners. I mean, when do I ever clean my shoes? I literally never clean my shoes. I think they were my dad's shoe polish things. I mean, maybe I should give them to the charity shop. So literally, my kids only wear trainers. I wear like, you know, kind of suede or, let's see, shoe wax. I mean, I guess at least it's not going on your skin or like in the shower or, you know, anything like that. I'll just, you know, maybe we should have a rule that if I don't actually like clean my shoes in the next 6 months, that I have to throw this away, because, you know, I have all these ideas about like me cleaning shoes. Like, when do you ever? I mean, it'd be interesting to know, does anyone ever? Maybe you all do, maybe it's just me. Suede fabric cleaner again. I mean, it probably would be good. Yeah, this is all like, you know, it's like I've got a whole secret life of shoe cleaning going on. And relacing and... yeah, I mean, I've had this stuff for ages. Metal polish. You know, it's like I get to a Tuesday and I'm like, I know, I'm going to polish my metal. Yeah, anyway, I think that's good. I think that's empty now. I'm going to, I mean, given that it's empty, I might as well clean it with a natural cleaner. So I've got this whole pile, which has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things in it that I'm now going to just pour into the loo with some boiling water, and possibly down the inside of the shower, because that's also a bit blocked. And yeah, and then keep some of the spray ones to use as containers for natural spray, and then recycle the rest, I guess, and put it back in. But I don't think you need to watch me putting it all back in. I think that's enough. So yeah, good luck with your decluttering, and please do like send me a video or a post. Yeah, I'd love to see what you guys are doing. So here we are. Not really quite sure how I ended up filming myself in the bathroom, getting rid of chemicals down the loo. It's not going very well, is it? This doesn't even come apart. I can see this is going to go really well. Yeah, I mean, you know, I was thinking about like creating an online business, teaching people about essential oils, but this is not what I envisaged. Eventually I'll get to what I'm actually going to do, which is not this. But for now, this is just about like the fact that it's winter and it's like letting go of stuff, creating space for new exciting visions to come in the spring. I'm not planning to do this all year. I mean, I probably have to carry on decluttering occasionally, but this might actually have to go in the bin, the whole thing, because this is not coming apart. It's like a high-tech thing that, God. I mean, you know, some things you need a master's degree in to like figure out how to dismantle. This is clearly one of them. It's not going very well. It's just a total disaster. If you switch off now, I totally understand. I really don't know why you're still here, but you know, I don't expect anyone to watch these or sit there and just watch. Ideally, you'd be decluttering, so you're busy, you know, doing your decluttering, and then every now and then I might say something and just keeping you company, really, so that your decluttering is less boring, you know. So make yourself a cup of tea, start, you know, getting rid of chemicals. I mean, you know, getting rid of chemicals in your house is actually a genuinely fantastic thing to do in terms of your health. You know, I might look like I'm just messing around, spending all night trying to open a bottle, which I kind of am, but actually what I'm doing is taking care of your health. This is called preventative health care rather than emergency health care, where we take all the crap out of your house that you're putting in your skin and your and your body, so that you don't get ill. That's the whole point. Okay, this is going to make me mentally ill though if I continue to mess with it. This might be one of those things where I have to actually let go of the whole thing and put it. I hate waste, but you know, it's part of the thing, isn't it? Now this, if I start spraying it down the loo, it's just going to cover me in sprays that will equally thin. Brilliant. Okay. Here we go. Load of chemicals down the loo. I'm sure there's going to be loads of people now saying, oh, but now you're just putting chemicals in the water system. Which I guess I am, but you know, is it any better putting it in landfill? I mean, then you've got all the plastic bottles that are not being recycled, and then eventually you've got the chemicals in the landfill. Maybe land is better than water, because I don't know, the whole thing's a nightmare, isn't it? But at least this is having the benefit of like actually hopefully unblocking the loo, slightly cleaning it whilst we're here. Actually quite useful having one of these things to like squirt. I mean, this is really embarrassing now. Like, this will definitely be the last time ever in my life that I go on social media cleaning a loo. This is probably a low point in my career, but you know, that's okay. I mean, God, it's like, you know, people take things so seriously, don't they? It's like, really, I mean, I'm going to be 50 next year. I mean, I'm going to die soon, aren't I? I mean, it's like old. I mean, it's not old, but, you know, when I was 20, I thought 50 was old. I mean, hopefully I'm not going to die soon. Don't take that the wrong way, but, you know, anyone could die any day, but 50's, yeah, I mean, 50's all right, 60's all right. 70's quite close to 80, and 80 is like, 80's old, and then 80, you know, close to 90. I mean, yeah, I mean, having said all that, I do think these are the best years of your life, you know, when you don't worry so much about fitting in and, you know, kind of like, I don't know, you worry about a lot of things when you're younger, don't you? Like, what people might think of you. And it's quite hard work. That absolutely stinks, the whole thing. Right, wait, flood. Oh, I nearly forgot the boiling water. God, I'm going to flood the bathroom in a minute. Right, load of boiling water. Ooh, that is terrible, that smell. I have to open the, like, these chemicals feel like I'm going to get like toxic asphyxiation from chemicals. It's crazy. God, I'm going to have to use, I've got this special plunger. God, you see, this is what happens when you're like single. You have to do all these jobs. I mean, not that it's a man's job or anything, but I do miss having a carpenter as a partner, I have to admit. You know, having someone to help with jobs. I feel like I'm just making a bubble bath here, not actually doing anything. I'm really going to embarrass myself now. This is not even like decluttering. This is just pure kind of unblocking the loo humiliation. It's not, I mean, it's, you know, it's making quite fun noises and, you know, rock and roll, Saturday night, it's all fun and games in my house. Okay, this, I don't know, I'm obviously doing this all wrong. This is supposed to be some special plunger that I got especially today, but it doesn't feel like it's actually creating any sort of vacuum. God, this is going to be embarrassing. I'm going to have like Pete round here tomorrow saying, Nick, let me help you unblock the loo. Very sweet. Pete is Sarah's husband who came and caught the rats when we had rats here. Very helpful. Yeah, a number of guys in town, very helpful. Elwar came and fixed the door because Nina couldn't get in her bedroom. Right, okay. This is a total disaster. I now just have a loo full of chemicals and hot water. And I'm just going to have to leave it. I think I'm going to take the approach that if I leave it, it will just miraculously disappear by morning. Because I really can't be asked to do this anymore. Okay. Basically a masterclass on how to make a natural cleaner without most of the equipment because I can't find the funnel. So this is a load of vinegar that I'm just going to pour into this. It was a bottle of bleach. It's been rinsed out about 4 times. Now it's an empty bottle that I'm putting loads of vinegar into. Maybe a bit of water just to make it go a bit further. And it is late at night. I've got all these things on the floor. I really just want to go to bed, so I'm just going to stick. Haven't got the energy to figure out a new special blend, so I'm just going to put Purify in because it says Purify, so it must be purifying. And it smells nice. No idea what's in it. Put a great big label on there saying Purify Natural Cleaner, Vinegar and Purify. Once we get past January, you won't see me doing any decluttering or cleaning. I mean, I might have to actually continue doing it in private, but I will not be doing it publicly. So if you, I mean, it's not too late to join me or start doing these things. And I mean, so